If you're a parent who feels disrespected or ignored by your children, you're not alone. You give them everything, your time, your love, your energy, and yet, sometimes they look right through you. They don't listen. They roll their eyes. They push back. And the natural reaction? Anger. But what if I told you that anger isn't the answer, and that Carly, one of the most brilliant minds in psychology, had a very different take on this. Jung believed that everything in life, especially relationships, mirrors something within ourselves. He said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. When your children ignore you or treat you with disrespect, it hurts because it threatens something deeper, your identity as a parent, your sense of control, and often your unspoken expectations. Instead of reacting with anger, Jung would invite you to ask a simple but powerful question: why does this trigger me so deeply? Not to blame yourself, but to understand. Children, especially as they grow, are not just little people you raise. They are independent souls becoming who they are meant to be. Jung emphasized the concept of individuation, the process of becoming one's true self. Your child, in their defiance or disregard, might simply be pushing against an identity that no longer fits them. It's not always disrespect. Sometimes, it's the soul's way of carving out space. This doesn't mean you should allow harmful behavior. But rather than lashing out in anger, which usually builds walls, Jung would suggest creating a space for reflection. Pause. Step back. And try to see the moment not as a personal failure, but as an opportunity for growth, yours and theirs. When children ignore or disrespect their parents, it can sometimes be a response to control, unresolved emotions, or even unconscious projections. Jung warned against projecting our unmet needs and wounds onto others, especially onto our children. If you grew up feeling unheard, you might be especially hurt when your child doesn't listen. But their behavior is not about your childhood. It's about this moment. And you have the power to respond with wisdom instead of pain. So what should you do? First, stay grounded. When you feel anger rising, breathe. Remind yourself that your power lies in how you respond, not how they act. Second, speak calmly, but clearly. Jung believed in the power of conscious communication, honest, vulnerable dialogue that comes from the soul. Say something like, "When I feel ignored, it hurts me. I want us to respect each other." Let them hear your heart, not just your rules. Third, model the behavior you want to see. Respect their thoughts, even when you disagree. Listen when they speak. Show them what mutual respect looks like. Jung once said, "Children are educated by what the grown-up is and not by his talk." Your example is louder than your voice. Finally, do your inner work. The more you heal your own emotional wounds, the less your children's actions will shake you. Your peace becomes their safety. Your self-awareness becomes their compass. You don't have to be a perfect parent. Jung never believed in perfection. What he believed in was wholeness. When you meet your children from a place of self-awareness instead of ego, you create a relationship built not on control, but on connection. So the next time your child rolls their eyes, shuts their door, or pretends they didn't hear you, pause. Don't fight for power. Fight for understanding. Lead not with anger, but with presence. Because in the end, it's not just about raising children. It's about raising consciousness, yours and theirs.